Hey everyone, this is the Backpacking 9 Hole Cup played in the Master Division qualifying round. First of all, apologies for the delay in posting. Like I said, I would be posting around 6:37 a.m., but a couple of things happened at work and they needed immediate attention. So, apologies for that. Now, coming to the walkthrough, I'll be showing you a couple of drops, a couple of near misses, and unfortunately, I do not have a replay for hole 5. However, in the raw notes file, I'll be mentioning how to play that hole, so you can maybe consider 2 to 3 practice tokens to get a feel of it. It will be a rough bump using B52. Apart from that, drops on hole 1 is possible. Hole 2, hole in 1 is also possible, but it's a little tricky since we have a direct headwind. Hole 3, par 5. I missed it very close, I would say by like zero point 0.2 rings. So a change in elevation and some spins can do the trick there. Hole 4, par 3 is a hole in 1. Hole 5, par 4, like I said, I do not have the videos, but I will have the text in the raw notes file. Hole 6, par 5, I have the Albatross. Hole 7, par 3, a near miss for the hole in 1, and then hole 8, par 4, an eagle. And also keep in mind that hole 8 has not one, it has multiple glitchy spots, so you need to find your spins appropriately and manage your time at the same thing. And hole 9, par 5, even though we have a scented tailwind, it's not worth it in my opinion to pull out an owl ball or the spirit ball, because no matter what adjustment you do, how much you push up, you go to max, you push up to a specific yardage, you will never be able to comfortably reach the green. I mean, once in a blue moon you might reach the green or near the green for a chip or a putt for the Albatross, but 99 of the percent times you will not be able to do that. However, I do have a berserker play, and again, I was anticipating it to be a safe eagle play, but since they gave us a scented tailwind, I'm going to show you a possibility of an Albatross, but I wouldn't say just count on it. Still, take the safe eagle first, and Albatross should be considered second. That's my opinion only. You still want to send owl balls, spirit balls, feel free to do so. And keep in mind, you will need wind at least 18.7 miles per hour or above with those balls in order to have any chance reaching the green. Now, without any further ado, let's start with hole number 1 coming up next. For hole 1, par 4, we are going to start off with the Kingslayer ball along with our Apocalypse level 5 plus. In case of Epoch 7, a portion of the blue ring inside the rough on right at top of plus 1 yard mark. 5.5 toss spin and 1 bar of right side spin. You will see with 5.5 I will come a little close to the bunker, so you can tweak it to 5.2 or 5.3 toss spin if you would like. Adjustment, max plus 10 P3. Center the ball and hit perfect, and make sure you note your drive distance. $355. Now from 355 yards, my estimated slider was 83%. We are going for a rough bump here. 5 toss spin and 0.5 bars of right side spin. Make sure a ball guideline is going through the hole. If you plan to play with the Grizzly, make sure you play with the P4 ball, because if you come in short on the drive, then you need to have distance on the second shot, and you are already 6 yards less on your long iron. Adjustment from 355, 83% slider and 10% elevation, P3 numbers. Now what I do here is I pull zero point 0.1 extra ring, and as a result of which I will miss this one barely on the left. See, we do make a nice rough bump, but that 0.1 makes us miss just on the left. So make your adjustment properly and a very good chance for an eagle on hole 1, par 4. Hole 2, par 3. This one we are going to play with our quarterback along with a Centurion or a Kingslayer ball. First, we will start off with a P5 ball at complete min, keeping the yellow ring touching the rough on right. Then we'll be applying spins, 5.2 backspin and 0.5 bars of right side spin. Then we'll be switching to a Centurion or a Kingslayer as stated. Now here on the video, I make an adjustment of maximum distance plus 15% P3 numbers. However, I do hit a great left, but I was still in line, which tells us that max plus 20 would be an appropriate adjustment for this shot. Center the ball and hit perfect. However, I hit a great left, but you will see we will come in dead on line. So try this shot with max plus 20 and a very good opportunity on a difficult headwind on hole 2, part 3. Hole 3, par 5. This one we are going to play with the Apocalypse level 5 plus along with a King's Slayer or a Centurion ball. At top of plus 16, keeping the clear ring touching the rough on left. We will be applying 6.2 toss spin and 0.5 bars of right side spin. Adjustment, max plus 10% on the drive. Apocalypse level 5 will push up 0.7 rings after the adjustment to make up for the less toss spin on the driver. .386 yards on the drive. Second shot will be played with your sniper at absolute max distance, keeping the red ring touching the rough on right. Once you have the position set, apply backspin and necessary side spin to have the ball guideline 1 green square short of the pin, but in line. Once it's all set, you will make an adjustment max plus 10%. I make here max plus 15 and missed left. We do hit perfect. We'll come in at a very nice speed, but that extra decimals is going to cost us on the left. So max plus 10 on second shot and a good opportunity for an Albatross on hole 3, par 5. Hole 4, par 3. This one I highly recommend playing with a win 5 ball because you will be adjusting down the bunker, and in order to make a better pull, a win 5 ball is preferable over a win 4. At complete P0 max with inner ring touching the rough on left, you apply right spin and 0.5 bars of toss spin to have the ball guideline going through the hole. Then you will make an adjustment, max without any elevation, max plus 0. And you will be pulling along the max line, very important. Center the ball and hit perfect. And this will come in very nicely for a hole in one. If you play with a win 4 ball, you will be having kind of a wonky pull because you might have a higher wind and you have to pull more rings. So a win 5 ball is preferred. And if you get everything correct, a very good opportunity for a drop on hole 4, par 3. Hole 6, par 5. Here we are going to play once again with Apocalypse level 5 plus along with a Centurion or a King's Slayer ball at complete P3 max, keeping the inner ring touching the rough on right. You'll be applying 5.5 toss spin and 3 bars of right side spin. Again, the ring reference is for epoch 7. For other level epochs, the ring reference will vary. Adjustment, max plus 10% P3, and with epoch 7 and 8, we will be pushing up 3.5 rings. Center the ball and hit perfect. We are looking for a drive yardage somewhere between 380 to 385 yards. Make sure you note your drive distance because that will determine your slider percentage on the second shot. Shot number 2 will be played with your sniper. Now, like I said, it will be played on your slider percentage. From 382, we are going to play this one 39% slider and minus 10% elevation. 3 left spin and 2 toss spin, and notice the offset I make, keeping the left side of the ball guideline touching the right side of the cup. Very important. Then you make your adjustment and try your best to hit perfect. Great lefts might drop, great right will not drop, and perfect will drop. That's what I have come across in my testing. Perfect ball. We hit the rough, and this one will come in nicely for an albatross. Hole 7 part 3. This one we are going to play with sniper along with a king slayer or a centurion ball. 4 toss spin and 3 bars of left spin. And this one is heavily dependent upon the wind angles. Here I played with 1 click of left curl and we did not need that, as a result of which I will miss on the left. The offset is keeping the left side of the ball guideline touching the right side of the cup. Very important. And half of the red ring outside the rough on top. Adjustment 1:1 plus 1. For 9.3, we will adjust 10.3 rings. Now you will see I add 1 click of left curl, which was not needed. And we will miss this one just on the left. Speed is very good. Had it been no curl, and we would have dropped it dead center at the pin for a hole in one. Hole 8 par 4. This one we are going to play with Apocalypse level 5 plus along with a Centurion or a Kingslayer ball. Apocalypse level 5 and 6 will need a topspin boost along with that because you have less topspin on your driver. Top up plus 10, keeping the blue ring touching the rough on left. Adjustment on the drive is max plus 10% P3. Center the ball and hit perfect. We are looking for a drive yardage somewhere around 390 yards. If you do not have any topspin boost ball along with P3 win 4, then you can try applying OP, but make sure you hit a perfect shot and not a great left or right. 392 yards on the drive. Now for the short iron approach, count rings from men using your thorn. Up to 25 rings, it's 1% slider per ring. Now you will push up rings from men until you have the bottom of the red ring touching the rough. The reason why I say that because this is the spot where I found the ball guideline to be least glitchy. If you go for a rough bump, you will have a glitchy ball guideline. If you push up more, you might have a glitchy ball guideline. Once you have that position, then you apply appropriate backspin, keeping the ball guideline going to the hole. Then rings from men slider without any elevation. P3, center and hit perfect. This comes in nicely, hits the pin for an eagle on hole 8 par 4. Final hole, hole 9 par 5. Like I said, we have a sended tailwind. However, it's not worth it to send the ball, in my opinion, like an owl ball or a spirit ball. You can obviously do it if you would like. 5.5 toss spin and 0.5 bars of right side spin. At max stress position, keeping the bullseye by the rough, and then you will make an adjustment, max plus 10% P5, and push your target to max. I do say 5.5 toss spin, I use 5.8. The reason why I say 5.5, you will see why, because I come very close to the rough. Max OP, we try to hit perfect. Take the bounce directly on the second fairway, then roll down as close as possible. See that 5.8 brought me a little close, so 5.5 will be a safer bet. Now the second shot will be played extremely downhill. You can either play from the max line using your thorn, or you can push rings from men using your guardian or the B52, whichever makes you more comfortable. I was trying to fool around here a little, played from the max line of my thorn. Little technical adjustment which is not needed at all, but again, feel free to do whatever you like. I played this one 35% elevation, maximum distance numbers. And as you pull down the bunker, I will push up 2 rings. Again, you do not have to do this, just lay up, get the eagle. That's what I would do. We do hit perfect, but again, nowhere close, but we still have a very safe eagle. You can try send it ball on winds 18.7 miles per hour plus.